Hello and welcome to our infamous playthrough. I'm Jacob.
I am going to be an asshole later. Oh, my name's Joshua, by the way.
I'm Andrew.
Yep, and me, Joshua, I will be commandeering this Let's Play. Um, I guess for some background information, well, we can get to that later. Just looking at the game right now, well, this is Empire City, the setting of this game. And, well, it looks pretty normal, right, guys?
Yeah, fairly.
Alright, so should we go ahead and get the show on the road?
Their main
Sure.
part it is.
Alright, press start. What the? Okay.
Yay! Meteor!
Shazam? Yeah, okay, whoa. Yeah, Shazam is having a temper tantrum. Oh crap.
Was he
Dark.
fighting Superman again?
Well, that was a short game.
Credits roll.
Oh wait, no.
Activision is involved in this.
So here's our main character, Cole MacGrath.
Who we would be calling Troll MacGrath.
Because yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an infamous playthrough of Infamous. And, ooh. This looks bad.
Thank you for pointing out the obvious, man in helicopter.
Alright. I can't move yet. So yeah, there was just a giant explosion in Empire City. And we have to get out of this place now. Ow! Oh, why is... Okay, I'm getting used to the camera controls right now. Well, Infamous was released in 2009.
It was developed by Sucker Punch.
Yep, Sucker Punch, the same guys who were responsible for the Sly Cooper series of games. And I was first introduced to this game just by the demo that they had going on at Best Buy. If anything, the thing that stood out the most to me from this game was its parkour system. It was definitely something that I'd never seen before in a game, and I really enjoyed being able to actually climb objects in such a wide open sandbox. So, if anything, yeah, the parkour system definitely made this game stand out to me. But, this whole place is coming down. Let's try going this way.
Nope.
Denied.
God says no.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, seriously. Forgive me if I'm not quite used to the camera controls yet. Feels like they're inverted now.
Yeah, it does seem
I'll change
way.
that setting later. And yeah, Cole is being zapped by a whole bunch of lightning, and he's not dead yet.
Yet.
Essentially, Cole will work his way towards developing electrically based superpowers. So yeah, it's a superhero game. And our current objective is, we are currently in what is the historic district of Empire City. And we have to make our way to the Neon District now across this bridge.
That is his friend Zeke.
Yep, Zeke gave us a call earlier when Cole was still trying to get out of Ground Zero, and oh boy.
Well, everybody's just now.
Well, lightning is striking everywhere. It's kind of hard to approach him at this point. And he has lightning bolts all over his arms. Okay, oh, whoa.
It's the terrorists.
I'm on the bridge, Zeke!
No, you must be faster.
Jeez. Ugh. So yeah, that's the opening act of Infamous.
No, I thought it was the ending.
Oh, the game's over, feller.
Again? This game has two endings?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Well,
sliding into unconsciousness, I could somehow, I don't know, hear the voices of the dying. Thousands crushed by falling buildings or burned alive in the fires. Trish lost her sister, almost lost me. Zeke was always there, somehow sure that I'd wake up, while outside the city fell apart. A plague struck, followed by rioting, theft, rapes, civilization committing suicide. In a bullshit attempt to contain the biological threat, the federal government locked down all access in and out of the city, and we were stuck in this cage with the psychos. Cops are all but gone off the streets, either dead or too chicken shit to stand against the gangs that control things now. Outside, things were bad. But inside me, something was beginning. Scary as hell at first. Gotta understand, there was no one to talk to, no experts to consult. But with time, I'm learning to control it, master it. Just hope it's not too late.
Right. So there's our setting.
Don't you like how in this game the government treats every epidemic like this one? We'll just seal it up. They'll solve it themselves.
Isn't that what they did in Batman No Man's Land?
I thought you were gonna watch TV.
Perhaps. I haven't watched it.
Okay, well,
Or-
it's more a comic series. The
Oh,
Dark Knight
right.
Rises took some inspiration from that one.
Oh, okay.
So, okay,
Yes, turn on my
now-
TV for me.
Yep, so now we are introduced to some of the core gameplay mechanics of InFamous. Okay, hold on, this camera's really starting to irk me. Let's see if I can change that up. Oh, yeah, it's inverted. There we go. There we go. Okay, so by holding L1, you'll enter this over-the-shoulder mode with Cole, and you can still move around with it. And then by pressing R1, as the screen is telling us to, you can fire a lightning bolt. And this is pretty much Cole's basic form of attack. We will eventually unlock different powers for Cole as the game progresses, but this is pretty much what we're going to be primarily using throughout this playthrough. Primarily because the lightning bolt is a power that doesn't use up any energy. So in the upper left you see Cole's energy meter, and each circle that you see there is what we call a battery core. The number of battery cores is representative of how much energy Cole can store, and there are going to be certain moves that drain those battery cores, and Cole can recharge by just holding the L2 button next to an electrical source. And let's see if I can do it right here. Nope, not yet. Okay. Well, I need to destroy these dummies now, but yeah, eventually we'll unlock some powers that do drain Cole's energy. And the reason that I tend to stick to the lightning bolt is because it doesn't drain energy that much. Oh look, a support plane. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and keep zapping these dummies. TV Jacker, huh? Okay, this is Empire City's, let's see here, I forgot what his name was. Voice of Survival, that's what he is. He's essentially a conspiracy theorist, saying that the government was behind this. Essentially his whole shtick is don't trust the government or anything that they say. They're just trying to cover their own asses, and if anything big happens, it's because the people did it, not because of some super-powered individual like Cole. So, yeah, we'll be hearing a lot from him in this game.
That isn't gonna stop you from picking out, though, is it?
Hell no, it ain't. Zeke's gotta eat.
You take the stairs. I'm using the express elevator.
Man, you get to have all the fun.
This is what he means by the express elevator.
Yay.
Hee.
That's what I'm talking about.
So yeah, Cole doesn't take any fall damage either, so that's pretty much a very, very integral part of the game, because you tend to jump off of high places in this game a lot, so if you kept suffering fall damage, well, there'd kind of be no point to that.
Go pick up a new 6-shooter.
Oh, here we go.
So now I'm following Zeke to where the government dropped off some supplies.
Hands cooks off the gunpowder.
And this will be our first karma choice, I believe.
Yeah, we'll see our
Coming up.
first karma choice. In the upper left, you can also see a meter that has blue on the top and red on the bottom. That is Cole's karma meter, and I will disclose some more details on that later when we get to that moment of the game.
Hell, he doesn't know that.
So, Andrew, Jacob, how much do you guys know about the InFamous franchise in general? Or
Personally, I've only played a little bit of this game.
so the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't played that much.
All right.
Big fat wad.
Well, I've at least heard that it's been pretty successful, and
Hey, remember that time
it opened a new genre to some extent, because this is like the first game
the cop was yelling at me
that
to put up my hands?
kind of opened up the sandbox with parkour and stuff like that.
Put up my hands.
Or at least the first one to execute it very, very well.
Yeah.
And we take off. Awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Until we run into a
And graphically speaking, it's pretty good.
Yeah, for how old it's aged pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, I can look at this game and say the graphics definitely aren't ugly.
Yeah.
Ah, come on. He told me he was going to leave it under a car. I figured there'd be only one. I'll never find it.
stand back.
Way to be a quitter, Zeke.
Okay, so this is one of the powers that also drains Cole's energy meter, the shockwave. So essentially all you do is just hit the X button when you're holding down L1, and you can blow things out of the way.
You're starting this evil playthrough really roughly. You almost threw a car on your friend.
Okay, and now you can see that Cole's energy meter is completely depleted, so I need to recharge.
Hang on a second.
So how you do that is just walk up to an energy source. Let's see here, yeah. If you click the left stick on the PlayStation 3 controller, you should be able to see what you can drain. Your mini-map on the lower right will show those sources as tiny blue lightning bolts, and if it's just if it's within your line of sight, you'll see it as being, well, giving off energy, giving off electricity. So yeah,
Man, you're a
we're good to go again.
battery. You must have to recharge whenever you fire off a bunch of juice.
I can feel the electricity surging through me. Almost like I'm being healed by it.
Are Cole's lips moving?
Ooh, oh, this rocks so hard. Come on, let's haul tail over to Archer Square before someone takes all the brewskis.
Cole, you there?
Hey, babe.
You hear they dropped some food?
Yeah, Zeke and me are heading over there.
How are you feeling?
All right, I guess. Powers are all over the place. Used to be I could barely power a light bulb. Now I'm jumping off the buildings, frying the junk on Zeke's roof.
You jumped off a building. What were you thinking?
Relax. I'm fine.
Just take it easy. After what happened to Amy, I couldn't.
Yeah,
See you guys at Archer Square. I love you.
you too.
Yeah, so Trish is Cole's girlfriend, if that conversation didn't make that obvious. We're going to be getting a whole bunch of interactions with her later in the game. She does do quite a few things in the background. Essentially, Trish is a medical worker, and considering all the sick people that we can see in Empire City, like, well, okay, I'm just gonna abandon Zeke for a little bit, but yeah, let's see if I can find some sick people. I know I've probably run through by quite a few, but yeah, right here. Yeah, that whole plague that struck Empire City is effect. Oh, hi Zeke.
See, you try to abandon your friend for your evil playthrough, and then he still falls.
I'll get there. Yeah, another sick person.
Oh, now jump on someone. Yes.
Up there. I hate to say it, pal, but hey, you're the only guy here who lived from a fall like that. You gotta climb up there and knock that stuff free.
Why don't you use the gun you took from underneath the car?
This game wants to be realistic now. Okay, so there is that. And then another core portion of InFamous' gameplay, parkour system. So Cole is pretty sticky when it comes to climbing surfaces. He'll pretty much grab anything that's close to him.
Like Spider-Man.
Yeah. I do find the fact that Cole is pretty sticky helpful in a lot of situations, but sometimes his stickiness is a little too selective for my tastes. For example, sometimes he won't latch onto something that I want him to, and if I want him to just drop down the side of a building, he'll keep attaching, well, he'll keep grabbing onto parts of the building. So just zap this. So for the most part, the parkour system works. No real complaints about it.
Damn. Too late.
Okay, so this is going to be a karmic choice for Cole.
That's where I caught my
Well,
first
later on.
Yeah.
Reapers. Before the blast, they were just a bunch of junkies doing drugs.
And now they're drugs-dealing junkies.
Taking whatever they want. That changes today.
Okay, so combat section. Another power,
Yeah,
thunder drop,
shockwave.
boom. Okay, so the Reapers are one of the 3 gangs that will end up facing in Empire City.
Awesome, you're already killing civilians.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
You can tell yourself that. Come on, Zeke, you got a gun for a reason. Help me.
Yeah, seriously, Zeke, come on, oh boy.
Grenade.
Yeah, pressing the circle button will let Cole do a little evasive roll. Pressing the square button while not in the over-the-shoulder view will let him use melee attacks. And yeah, those are really your primary means of offense in this game. Alright. And now everyone's trying to get food.
Enough to feed the 3 of us for
Karma
weeks.
choice time.
If I fry a couple people
Yeah, so these are the decisions that Cole will have in this karmic option is either zap a few people so that you can have more of the food to yourself, like I'm doing right here.
I think that's a little more than a few. That was like everyone.
So yeah, as I said earlier, the karma meter is up in the upper left, and pretty much the way that you develop Cole's karma in the game will determine how certain cutscenes play out. It does affect the story to some extent, and it also largely affects the powers that Cole will end up developing later in the game.
I did it for us. To make sure we're taken care of.
So his current level is Thug,
Yep.
and he didn't choose the Thug life. So Thug life shows him.
Oh, more Voice of Survival stuff.
I'm famous.
InFamous!
Yes. I'm on TV.
So yeah, Cole has pretty much been outed as the person behind the blast. We'll get more details about what happened with the blast
I've never
later.
been called a terrorist. All I remember from that day is going to work and then running for my life. That video, though. How would I get that package? Why would I deliver a bomb? For who? Regardless, the consequences are everywhere. Whatever there'd been between Trish and me was gone. She didn't say a word, no emotion, nothing, just walked away. By then, people nearby were starting to recognize me. It was gonna get ugly. Even Zeke was giving me weird looks. He and I made quick plans to meet up at Stampton Bridge. Try to get out of town. Just hope he shows. Because right now, I'm a little short on friends.
Yeah, going back to what I said earlier, with that karmic choice, the evil choice is to zap people. The good choice is to just let them take some food. So now, yes, I am Thug rank. Both the evil and good sides of the karma meter have 3 different ranks. For the evil side, you'll have Thug as level 1, Outlaw as level 2, and Infamous as level 3. Oh, ow.
You're getting stuns thrown at you no matter what.
People already
Already.
don't like you.
Isn't that terrific? And for the hero side of the karma meter, level 1 will be Guardian, level 2 is Champion, and level 3 is Hero.
Yep.
I'll meet you there. Zeke.
Ah.
It's also important to note that the karma meter has a dramatic impact on how things occur in the city too.
Yeah, that's very true. Jacob, did you want to go over how that kind of works?
Well, it affects what powers you can have, so depending on what side of the karma meter you're on, you can only learn is it evil moves if you're infamous or on that track, and then healing type moves and other types if you're on the good side. And also the city's populace will react to you differently. And yeah.
Yep, so if you're more of a hero, people will cheer you on and actually help you help you in your fights against the gang members, the Reapers in the Neon District being the case. But if you're infamous, they'll actually start throwing stones at you at some point.
And you'll be shunned.
Yeah. The stoning in this part of the game happens regardless of what you do, just because everyone knows that you had something to do with the blast. So, yeah, that's pretty much everyone's reaction. So, story-related missions are marked in blue on your minimap and in the overworld. We'll also see some side missions that are highlighted in yellow. Side missions aren't necessary to completing the game, but I do highly recommend trying to complete as many of them as possible, because as we can see here in the powers menu, Cole can unlock certain powers by gaining enough XP. And the side missions are a very good way of gaining XP. And here we have some of the powers that Cole can already use. We have some undiscovered powers that Cole will eventually learn. And then there's just some general upgrades like reducing how much damage Cole takes from attacks, increasing the power of his melee attacks, how quickly he can drain electrical sources, a whole bunch of undiscovered powers here. And then the Gigawatt Blades are actually... Initially they were a reward for pre-ordering the game. Essentially what they do is as you can see, you click the right direction on your D-pad, and then Cole deploys these blades, and they deal a lot of damage when you hit people with them, either civilian or gang member. I don't really find myself relying on them too much, because I'm just so much more used to using the lightning bolt. But yeah, eventually they just release it as free DLC on PSN, so if you have this game and you haven't been able to pick up the Gigawatt Blades, I do recommend checking them out a little bit.
Do you know if... Sorry, but do you know if the Gigawatt Blades require a lot of energy?
They drain 3 battery cores per use.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and every time you hit a target, the Gigawatt Blades go away and you have to redeploy them.
Okay.
Okay, so another karmic choice. Either I can attack the police on my own and make it obvious that it's me, or attack from within the crowd and make it less obvious.
So we choose the evil thing.
Yes.
Yes. Riot!
Just love beating people up today, don't you? Please,
Let's see if there are a few more. Whoa!
I'm not done with you yet.
Yeah, and you gain EXP depending on certain actions that you take within the game, such as the takedown, which is just where you incapacitate an enemy. Pressing the circle button next to something like this will make Cole get into this cover pose. It dramatically lowers the rate of fire of the lightning bolt, for one thing. For example, I'm just mashing the R1 button right now, and it's not firing nearly as quickly as it would if I was not undercover, but it usually does a pretty good job of defending you from enemy fire.
It's also important to know when you're in the parkour, like grabbing onto that crate, you can use the cover mechanic as well.
Yep, just like this. I can't really see anyone here, so... Oh, whoa. Okay. Crap. Combat roll to win. Okay, so that was a risky move on my part. Let's recharge. Yeah, recharging also not only recovers your energy, but it also recovers your health. And let me just check the options here. What mode am I on? Hard. So yes, this is a hard playthrough of the game. If you attempt this difficulty, I would highly recommend using cover as often as possible and being close to sources of recharging as often as possible too, because you will lose quite a bit of health in pretty much any engagement that you take part in on this difficulty.
I'm gonna look at that wall.
Turret's great.
where did that guy come from?
Which guy?
One of the civilians.
Okay, so I'm just gonna jump this guy, literally. Ah. Yeah. And charging this box will open the gate. Usually, if you find a box like that, you should be able to charge it, and then it'll do something. It's not always the same thing. For example, in this current sequence, doing so will open a door. I think in some others it'll activate a device of some sort. It's pretty context sensitive what charging those boxes will do. Oh boy. So what are you guys thinking of the game so far? Oh, dick!
Pretty good.
Ah! No!
It's clear to show how hard mode is.
Yeah. On normal mode, I'd say that the enemies definitely don't attack as aggressively as they are right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna wait out here and recharge my health. There we go. Yeah, your health will also recover with time, so Cole doesn't really have a health bar to speak of. It's kind of like first-person shooters in that respect. Oh boy. Recharge, recharge, recharge! Okay, where's that? Oh. Ugh. Crap. I'm not gonna make it, am I?
Got lucky.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, so I still need to take out the enemies behind me.
Yeah, Zeke's actually trying to help us.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. Kinda.
Yeah.
Not really.
To comment on what's actually happening in the story right now, Empire. Well, as the cutscenes earlier have demonstrated, Empire City has been essentially shut down to the outside world because of the whole plague that's going on. And now we are trying to make our way out of the city because, well, no one likes Cole right now. Everybody hates Cole. Ah! Always underestimate that one. Okay, so we'll just get him out of... We'll just try and fight him where I'm not gonna get shot. There we go. Ah!
Yes, people, be my bullet fodder.
Alright, ooh, airstrike. Okay. Oh boy. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Stop. Stop.
Keep going!
The gate opened to a wall of razor wire machine guns. Zeke made a break for it, smashed in the gate to the decontamination unit, and fell headlong into the harbor. Then I moved, faster than I knew I could. I was greeted by name. This FBI agent, Moya, had seen the footage of me at Ground Zero and came here to wait, figuring I'd try to escape, knowing I'd have powers. She explained that before the blast, her husband John had been assigned to infiltrate the First Sons, a shadowy group working on a project they called the Ray Sphere, a device designed to drain the neuroelectric energy from a group of people and concentrate it into an individual. She'd lost contact with John the night of the blast. Despite all her connections, Moya was losing hope. Yet she'd found me, somehow believing I could be trusted, ready to make me an offer. I go back to the city, find John in the Ray Sphere, and she'll get me out of the quarantine and clear my name. This whole Ray Sphere thing sounds crazy to me. Suddenly I'm a human light socket, so maybe I should cut her some slack.
Platforming sequence.
Isn't this also a part at the end of this based off how well you do can determine the mode you are if you
Yeah.
just start the game? If I
during-
remember correctly.
Yeah, during my practice playthrough, I was initially playing on normal, and then the game just said something along the lines of, based on your performance in a previous playthrough, we are changing your difficulty to hard.
Because when I
And-
first tried this game for a little bit, as soon as I was done with this, it put me on hard automatically.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, Cole is pretty sticky where it counts, so that's really helpful. You can just zap these things to make them fall down, and essentially give Cole some platforms to work with. So the only time we'll be in this area of the game, too. Oh, okay, so right now, this is the bridge that we were just on, and it connects us to the mainland. And yeah, they're shutting that down. They're shutting that bridge down to anyone who's in Empire City just to maintain the quarantine. Cole can still shoot when he's hanging on things, so it's really handy. Let me spite them.
We'll make sure that they're dead.
Let's see here. Better use that.
Do you have a double jump in this game?
You do not have a double jump. It's pretty much a one and done deal once you start moving. Okay, and this blue glowing thing is a blast shard. Blast shards will help Cole increase how much energy he can absorb. In other words, it gives you more battery cores. It's going to lengthen his meter up in the top left.
And there are a lot of these things. in this game.
350 of these things. I have one save file where oh shoot, hold on. I have one save file where I have 340 of them, and I don't really know where to look for the last 10. I've looked at a guide, and I checked out every single area that they pointed out to me. Yeah, I wasn't able to find those last few blast shards. So for this playthrough, I'm going to be collecting as many as I can for the sake of expanding Cole's energy meter, but I'm not going to be going for all of them. I will be trying to upgrade Cole's power so that he has all of them by the end of the game, though. Oh. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, forgot about that part. Yeah, once you get to this part, the pipes that Cole can land on will start collapsing. Oh, more enemies. So you really do have to hightail it.
Whee.
Like that. Something tells me there should be more. Yep, right there. And just to point this out, the color of Cole's lightning depends on where you are on the karma meter. If you're evil like I am, it'll be red, but if you're on the heroic side, it'll be blue.
No questions asked. Like you come across me or do something stupid, and I will throw you into a hole so deep that you won't even.
Oh boy. Okay, I'm really gonna have to move fast here.
Yeah, I got it.
There we go.
Good.
Cole? Oh, man, it's good to see you.
More evil. Excellent.
Yeah, I'll live through the fall, no problem. But, getting back to shore? Well, let's just say I'm no Michael Phelps.
Yeah, if anything, that's proof that this game was made in 2009.
Easy like
Yep.
So, how the hell did you live through that, man? Bullets flying everywhere, all over the place? Figured you were a goner.
Let's head home. I'll fill you in on the way.